Free skincare tips that are completely free. Now, I obviously did not come up with these, but when I heard about them, it completely changed either the way I did my skincare or like my perspective on a product. So I wanted to share. First, I know I saw this on TikTok. I would know the person if I like saw her face. I just cannot for the life of me remember who it is. Basically, when you're applying a serum or a cream, honestly, she says to like partially rub it in and then pat the rest of it in. Apparently it's better for your face, and honestly in the morning it kind of like wakes me up. Next is called the sandwich method. I heard about this for the first time at the Vichy event, and apparently you're supposed to do a layer of moisturizer and then a layer of retinol and then finally another layer of moisturizer. I feel like this probably is not news to some of you, but it was news to me. And it changed my life. And then finally my mom taught me this when I was like 8 years old, and I feel like it's one of the reasons why maybe I have good skin. Literally never ever, especially around your eyes, like pull when you apply. I know it takes longer, but resist the temptation and just like press it in like this. And yeah, that's it. Good night.
Your mascara can look better, but it's fine. I'll show you how to do it. Most important tool, you need a good lash curler. You're going to start crimping at the base like this. Then you're slowly going to keep crimping it all the way up. Okay, and this curler will not chop off your lashes either, so don't be scared. Like, look at that. This one's from Lash Australia. It's the best one. I literally swear by it. Like, hello. You can get it from Amazon. You can get it from their website. Like, it's actually magic. My two favorite mascaras from Lash Australia. I've literally only used this mascara for over a year now. They have two. I love both of them. Can't go wrong. This is called their Every Lash Mascara. This one's really cool because you can twist it. I'm going to start by running it over the tips of the lashes. I'm just going to start wiggling at the base. Don't be scared to make a mess because we'll just clean it up later. Okay, looks great, right? We're not done. We're going to take it from behind the lash and pull up. That's the trick to make sure you get every lash. If it's too clumpy, just use like one of the clump things. I actually like how it works, so I'm not even going to use it this time. For the mess, just take a little spoolie and just run it across your eyelid and it picks it all up. That looks like a fake lash. Now I'm just going to repeat on the other eye. Running it across the tips, wiggling at the root, flipping it from on top. And then I just like to dust my lower lashes, like sweeping them to the outsides. I'm gonna clean up, and that's it. Super long lashes that actually look fake.
Here's how to do a second layer of mascara without it getting clumpy. It took me years to master the art. The first layer is going to be a light layer. You're not going to dip that wand back into the bottle. You're going to use the products that you have to separate your lashes and put them exactly where you want them to be. Now we're going to dip back in. When you go in for your second layer, your eye doesn't need to be 100% dry. You want your lashes to be a little bit wet so they're easier to mold. And you're basically just going to do the exact same thing. Now we clean the eyelids. The lashes are lashing, and yours will too.
What's going on in my head? We need to fix it. I'm envisioning like super tight Dutch braids into a bun. So that's what we're gonna do. The first step is to part my hair straight down the middle. This has to be like a super straight part. Okay, I think it's straight. I'm gonna start with a super tiny piece and then Dutch braid it all the way back, picking up super tiny sections and pulling it super tight. It's not as tight as I want. I didn't braid all the way down because it's gonna go into a bun. But I'm going to do this side, and if it looks better than this side, then I'm going to redo this side. I said I don't really have the time, so I feel like this is going to have to be good. I have hair all over me. I'm freaking out. I'm going to wet my head and put some gel and hairspray in it. We're going to work on the bun part. So I brought them to one ponytail. I just want to do a regular bun, not a braided bun. Just like a little wraparound. Another hair tighten, just so it's super tight. Just twist it and wrap it around. I'm not sure what this looks like at all. I use my mirror and I can see what the back looks like a little bit. And I'm just putting in some pins right now. It's not too hard to do, especially if you know how to braid. It only takes about like 10 minutes. This is the final look. I think I like it. Let me show you guys the back. I hope that it looks good because I don't know.
The mistake I think most people make is using a green fake tan. For fake tan faux freckles, it needs to be this colour. You need this type of stippling brush. Can you see it's got like little points? That's what creates the freckles. Point it into the cap like kind of upright. I like to go on the areas where the sun would naturally hit. I kind of see this as like a tan touring method because you're only taking it to the high points of your face. You're not dragging it down, you're kind of taking it across here and up here where the sun would hit. The nose is key. This is the easiest way to do it. You gotta scrunch it. Magic. This is what I mean when I say it's kind of like a contour, because this is exactly where I'd contour, where I'd put my bronzer, And it kind of like, I mean, it cuts out my big old forehead as well. So, you know, if you've got 5 head, it's kind of handy. And you see it kind of looks like henna freckles. That's how you want it to look, because otherwise they will fade way too fast. An extra dark tan like I've got on here, it needs to look quite dramatic, because once you wash them off in the morning, they're going to be the most natural faux freckles you've ever had. People are going to think they're real.
Y'all, I literally saw a girl on here use e.l.f. Power Grip Primer to help her perfume last longer. How did I not think of that? Sticky, sticks, durr. Obviously, we have to try it. This little mini version of the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. I'm just going to put a little bit right here on my wrist and rub it together. Y'all see that? It's literally sticking. Okay, it doesn't feel weird either. Like, I know that probably is like a fear of people to feel like sticky all day. No, it does not feel sticky. You don't feel it like unless you like touch it, but then none of my hands are sticky. Like, it's not that type of sticky, if you know what I mean. To test this theory through and through, I have to use a perfume that people swear it doesn't last longer than like 30 seconds. So I'm going to test the Sol de Janeiro 62. Whenever I put this on with the lotion, for me, the smell does last longer. It's not as long as like a fucking like perfume, obviously, because it's a body spray. So I'm wondering how this one's gonna last when I put it with e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. We're gonna put this to the ultimate test. I'm just gonna go about my day. I'm gonna go to work, working in that hot ass heat. When I come back after the end of the day, I still smell like Sol de Janeiro 62. Love you guys. See you in a second. Okay, y'all, I did the hack. I went to work, I went about my day, but then I came home and I showered and I completely forgot about finishing the video. But it's okay, because we can always retry it. If you want to see part 1, click this comment right here. But here's a little recap. I'm just using e.l.f. Power Grip Primer to make my fragrance last longer. Since people love to say that my all-time favorite Sol de Janeiro 62 doesn't last long at all, I thought it was the perfect fragrance to test this hack on. Once you feel your wrists are sticking together, you know you're ready to go. This time I think I'm only gonna spray one wrist. The fragrance is on my what is this, left wrist. So I'm gonna go about my day, do whatever I need to do. I'll be right back in 1 second. Okay guys, I'm back. I went about my day, did a little bit of shopping too. My mom kind of spoiled me at Sephora, so if you want to see what I got, let me know. Anyways, let's test it. Keep in mind, I've only applied once, but now it's time to smell the wrists. So this is the one, remember, that I didn't apply anything on, and it smells like nothing. This is the wrist that I did a couple sprays on. It's there, y'all. It's there. It's not like you can definitely smell a difference. Obviously, y'all, one thing you forget about this product though is that it is a body spray. It's not gonna last as long as like a perfume would, if you know what I mean. Regardless, this body spray does wear off throughout the day, which is normal. My wrists are not sticky anymore. I mean, there's a little bit of stick to it, but it's not sticky anymore. Like, the primer kind of wears off too. All in all, the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer hack is mid. I don't think it's like a hack that like outdoes what I've already been doing, if you know what I mean. It's a cool hack. It's like a foolproof 10 out of 10, OMG, OMG, OMG. It's a good hack, but I don't think I will be doing that like on a day. Like, it's not gonna be like integrated into my natural everyday routine. Anyways, I hope you guys like this video. Let me know if you guys try it and if it works different for you, because I want to know. Thank you guys so much for watching. I literally love you guys so much, and I'll see you next time. Mwah!
To show you all of my favorite drugstore makeup products that I think are just as good as any high-end product out there. If you know me, you know that I love my high-end makeup, but these few drugstore products that I'm about to show you are so good. I just haven't been giving them enough love. Starting out with the e.l.f. Whoa Glow Sunscreen. This is like just as good as the Super Goop. I don't know why you would buy the Super Goop and not this, and it primes your skin. This blends in so easily, and look at the glow that this gives my skin. For brows, I've been using this for years. It's the Got to Be Glued gel, and I put it in my brows and it just keeps them up all day long. You do have to be careful though, because you can get white flakes. You just have to make sure your eyebrows are clean. I'm not gonna lie, I have had issues with this flaking before my brows, but that's because I'm lazy and I didn't clean my brows out completely before applying this. And you do have to clean around your brows to make sure that there's no gel. It's gonna mess up your foundation. But I kid you not, this is way better than any high-end gel product I've ever used. This keeps my brows in place, not moving. They're literally glued down to your face, and I've never found anything else that does that. This is the best drugstore brow pencil. I've been using this forever. It's a L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer. It's literally the same thing as the Anastasia Brow Wiz. I love how thin it is. And you already know I love my e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. This is like my 3rd bottle of this. It keeps your makeup on so long because it has a tacky finish. See, your makeup will not go anywhere. Yes, another e.l.f. product. This is the e.l.f. Halo Glow, and if you haven't tried this out yet, I don't know what you're doing. It's exactly like the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter for a fraction of the price. It's amazing. And none of this is sponsored. e.l.f. just has so many good products that are exactly like high-end products. Okay, and I love this next one. This has been my favorite skin tint of the summer. It is amazing. This is the Maybelline Super Stay Skin Tint. It's just the most skin-like skin tint I own. It's way better than a lot of high-end products. It has no business having such great coverage, but also being the most skin-like product. Like, it literally covered my burn on my forehead, but it looks like skin. I cannot say enough great things about this. Joa Beauty setting spray is my favorite drugstore setting spray. It keeps your makeup on a really long time, and it has a very fine mister on it, and it feels super high-end and doesn't blast you in the face. The e.l.f. Putty Bronzer is just as good as any of my high-end bronzers. I just wish that it had a bigger pan because my brush doesn't really fit in there, but like, come on. Look at my skin. This is a side with bronzer, and this is without. So pretty. And the e.l.f. Putty Blushes are also amazing. This is in the shade Bora Bora, which is a very similar shade to the Rare Beauty Happy. Like, I'm sorry, you can't tell me that this blush right here doesn't look high-end. And we have the Catrice Concealer. This is their True Skin High Coverage Concealer, and yes, it is very high coverage and super long lasting. I actually don't know if you can get Catrice at the drugstore, but it's drugstore prices and they're so good. It's a very hydrating and buildable formula, and it doesn't look cakey at all, which is a big concern when it comes to high coverage concealers. Wet n Wild Hello Halo Highlighter. I put a little bit on the back of my hand and then apply it with a sponge. Look at that. That is stunning. My complexion right now is so pretty, and I feel like I would have had the exact same results if I would have used high-end products. I'm setting with the Maybelline Fit Me powder. This is just a classic. Been using this forever. In my opinion, I think this is the best powder at the drugstore. Like, my under eyes are giving flawless. This is one of my all-time favorite blushes. This is the Milani blush in the shade Dolce Pink. Look at that. That is pretty. This is one of the best blush formulas I've ever tried at the drugstore. It's luminous, it has a really pretty sheen to it, and it's blurring. It doesn't emphasize any pores or texture. It is just stunning. Okay, on the lips. This video is already getting very long. The ColourPop lip liners are amazing. I specifically love the shade BFF. Love how creamy they are. They just glide onto your lip, and this shade is like your lips but better for my skin tone. You already knew that I was gonna pull this out. This is my all-time favorite lip gloss at the drugstore. Like, literally top 5 lip glosses ever. It's so juicy. Well, it's literally called NYX This Is Juice Gloss. So the formula feels like a lip oil. It's not sticky, it's super hydrating. And if you want your lips to literally look like glass, you need this. I don't feel like doing my eyes or mascara today, but this is my favorite mascara. I've been using it since high school. It's a L'Oreal Telescopic. And I don't have a powder bronzer that I love from the drugstore, so if you have any recs, let me know. Here's our finished drugstore makeup look. Guys, I'm literally shook right now. Like, I knew these products were good, but I haven't used them in a while altogether, and I'm impressed. These are amazing.
Things I wish I knew in my 20s. Skincare edition. Gua Sha is the easiest and most affordable facelift. Pores do not open and close, but steaming will soften the skin, making it easier to remove what's in the pore, like blackheads. If your skin's tight, it's dehydrated, and if it's flaky, it's dry. Don't forget to take your skincare down to your neck, because your neck and your hands show the first signs of aging, not your face.